here, you're going to see style elements for the first time. They see all this, they see this, you know. They like all this, but they don't learn it. They learn this, but they forget about the flow. You know, go from here to here, you know, like the combination. People take away the combination and they only keep the movement.
他忘记那个就是他们就是接在一起的接点的意思，他很顺，他只记得这一招而已。
Yeah. So you can say that the original breaking was missing because maybe from 97 to maybe 2000, 2001, everybody was only maybe free with the you know, no flow, no style. But then that, you know, like your mind comes to me, everybody like, you're doing the moves, but you're not doing the dance. You know, you're not flowing, you're not connecting. You forgot about the style, you forgot about the pitches. Skill methods comes, everybody, and they combine with style, with the flavor, with the flow. So everybody sees them and they take that, and that helps re-emerge a new energy with the original style. So people think, oh, it's a new old school style. But no, it's just the real breaking is, again, like a circle. It starts here, then change, then it starts back at the beginning. Style.
这时候学任何东西不要限制，这边就是限制自己不要。
And learn everything. Sometimes there's B-boys there's breakers that I see, they're real old school. They go in a circle and they only do footwork in a circle, chair first, boom, and that's all they do. And they say, no, I only like the old school style. And I'm like, what do you mean by old school style? You know, I don't understand like old school style. There's B-boys and that's it. There's breaking and that's it. You know, we have a way of dressing, we have a way of talking, we have a way of being, you know, our culture. So it's like when they say I'm doing an old school style or a new school style, I kind of like, to me it's all breaking. You know what I mean? So there's no old school or new school. It's just breaking with energy, with a new energy, you know. The young generation, better control, more control. They're listening to education, so they learn from our mistakes. Like if I say, learn both ways. In the 80s, nobody told me learn both ways. You know, the more I learned, the easier it was to flow if I knew both ways. So it was like, I learned the hard way. When I first started, I only break one way for many years, you know, but as years went on, I said, okay, if I I keep hitting people going forward, and I said, okay, I have to learn my other way, so if I get too close, too near to somebody, I can flow back here. So you become kind of like a scientist, you know? It's like mother and father. They tell you, don't touch this, it's hot. But when you're a little kid, you touch. When you're not looking sharp and you burn yourself, you learn that way. I'm trying to teach a lot of people how to not make the same mistakes I did as a kid. I tell them from the beginning, learn both ways. I tell them, practice what you learn. You know, like footwork both ways drills. They don't practice it, then, you know, they're not going to learn footwork both ways. Sometimes I teach a workshop and I teach the drills, the 8-ball. They do it in the class, in the workshop, but after the workshop's finished, they never practice again. Next time I see them, 2 years after, the same thing. They say, oh, how can I get my footwork better? Opposite way. And I say, I teach you 2 years ago, the 8-ball. Practice the 8-ball and you'll get footwork both ways. They're like, oh, okay. I don't understand. So it's like, if you ask the question, practice it. You know? So, just do a bunch of moves, but there's no feeling. Then there's maybe a little kid he only has 2 moves, but you watch him and you feel him because he just doesn't care, and you're like, he's a B-boy, you know? That's when you know he has the spirit, he doesn't have the spirit. He has more moves than him. He has a lot of moves, but the feeling he doesn't have. But this kid is just like, just, you know, dancing, just letting it go, and you're like, you watch him, and you say, he's good. A lot of good moves, you're like, okay. But then you watch him, and you're like, damn, this guy, I feel him, you know what I mean? I feel him. And that's the B-boy, you know what I mean? So it's not just the moves, you know? It's not just having a lot of moves. You have to have the spirit. Tell the B-boys, the young B-boys, you can dress like a B-boy, you can act like Ken Swift, but that doesn't make you a B-boy. Not caring what people think.
就是你要知道，你要就是不要去，就是你要有点坚持保护自己的做法跟想法。
Kind of like, you know, society is always saying, don't do this, don't do that. You know, mother, father, police, everybody. A B-boy kind of respects that, but then he goes to a circle with his favorite song. He can be alone or he can be with many people, and he don't care. He just goes down.
他说 B-boy 不是像那个小孩子一样，妈妈爸爸推举他，到底不能做那个，不能做那个。